Thanks, Boo. And I'm live on YouTube too. There we go. Hello! Hello, everybody. Do you know it says on YouTube I already have 2 people watching? I wonder who they are. And a big hello to everybody watching on Instagram. We're going to be doing something exciting now. We're going to use the sound that we've learnt today to make a train. I cannot wait. Now, in a moment, we're going to sing our welcome song and our Days of the Week song. So while we are, I want you to be thinking of some song requests for me. And if you'd like me to sing them today, get your grown-up to write them down in the comments. And then I'll do my very best to make sure that I sing them for you. We've also got our superstar of the day to announce, which is very exciting. And I think that this superstar is somebody who has only just joined us. So this is really, really super duper exciting. And I hope that they're watching. I really, really do. Okay, so let's start, while we wait for everybody to join, by singing our welcome song. Show me the most welcoming, waving hands to say big hellos to everybody. Here we go. Hello, everybody. It's time for us to sing. Hello, everybody. It's time for us to sing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Time for us to sing. Well done, everybody. And I really am very, very happy to see you all. It's always really wonderful when somebody says that to you, isn't it? When someone says, I'm really happy to see you, it gives you a lovely feeling, doesn't it? Try it today. Maybe say it to your grown-up. I'm really happy to see you today. It makes them feel marvellous, I promise. Now, we've already looked at our days of the week today. Today is the second day of the week. So we're going to sing our Days of the Week song to help us remember the order that those days go in. Now, I know that some of you are going to be going back to school soon, and I know that some of you are starting. And I can promise you that if you go to school knowing the order of your days of the week, your teacher is going to be wowed. So let's practice together our Days of the Week song. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday too. Every day's a happy day, every day's a magic day. Each day's a different day and every day is new. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday too. Every day's a happy day, every day's a magic day. Each day's a different day and every day is new. Well done, everybody. And well done for knowing the order of your days of the week. Now, if you're watching on Instagram, do please let me know who's there, because I'd quite like to make sure that our star of today is watching. And that goes for you guys too. If you're watching on YouTube today, let me know who you are, where you're coming from, because I want to make sure that our superstar is there today. Big hellos already to Elspeth and Ottilie. Hello, Alice and Henry who loves choo-choo trains. And a big hello to Everly. Bella, who do we have today watching over on Instagram?
It does say there's one person watching.
Oh, okay.
Now there's 2.
Now there's 2. Nobody's saying hello. Oh, no. It makes my heart break when this happens, because I don't know if today's superstar is watching.
Lyra and Archie here.
Lila and Archie are here. Hello, Lila and Archie. So I'll wait for a little bit longer before I announce the superstar, just in case, because I want them to know. But don't worry, I'll also put their star up on my page today. Right then. So because we are going to be making trains, let's put that up there to remind ourselves of that sound. Let's sing our lovely train song. It's called Puffer Train. Show me those puffy, puffy hands. Here we go. Puffer train, noisy little puffer train. Puffer train, noisy little puffer train. If you're going to the sea, puffer train, oh please take me. Puff, 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 puff. Noisy little puffer train. Well done, everybody. And another song for today is Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Well done, everybody. Now, who is going to be making trains with me today? Put your hand up. It's very exciting. Now, all you're going to need for today is a piece of paper. Oh, Bella, would you grab me one from the printer, please? So we need a piece of paper or a big piece of card, and that's where we're going to be putting our art today. Paper or card is fine for this part, and Bella's just grabbing me some from the printer now. Thank you so much, Bella. That's really kind.
Got my hair stuck in my minion dungarees.
In your dungarees? There we go. So that's my bit of paper. And as I often do, I'm going to stick my bit of paper to my board, but you just have to pop yours on the table. Now, if you find that sometimes your paper does slide around a little bit when you're doing your arts and crafts, then you can always use blue tack or tape as well to stick it down to make sure that it doesn't move around too much. So there we are. There's my piece of paper. Oh, I'm going to put another bit of blue tack on the other corners, and in a moment I'll show you where I put that blue tack in those 4 corners. Now, today, for the maths part of our session, we're going to be looking at different shapes. So if you love shape, then you're going to love today. So I've got my piece of paper, which is a rectangle, and I've popped blue tack into the 4 corners of my rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to hold it nice and still for me. There we go. Now, I've also got lots of other pieces of coloured paper and card, and I'm going to be using these to make my train. I've got some bits of recycled paper and card. So this was actually from when we were making our elephant trunks. I'm definitely going to use this because it's covered in squares and they're wonderful shapes for a train. And I've got lots of bits of paper and tissue paper from other craft activities that we've done. So I'm going to use those too. So I've got all of my bits and pieces ready, bits of my card, and I'm also going to need today some glue. You can use runny glue or a glue stick, whatever you have in the house. And if you only have sticky back plastic, then you can use that too. And then I'm also going to need my scissors. Now, if you're using scissors along with me today, then make sure to ask your grown-up first because scissors are sharp. We have to make sure we're using them safely. If we use them safely, they're not quite so dangerous, and then we can get lots of fun out of crafting with them. So here are my scissors. I wonder what colour yours are. Okay, so the first thing I am going to do is create a big square for the front of my train. Now, my train is going to have lots and lots of squares. So once I've made one, I might even use a template. Now, to make sure that my square is a square, I want to make sure that each of the sides is equal. So Bella, there's a little ruler just behind this desk. If you could pass it to me, I would be most grateful.
Where's the...
It's down in that pile of stuff just there. You'll find it more towards the back. Now, you can find squares at home and draw around them, or if you want, you can also use a ruler. Squares we can recognise because each of their sides are the same size. So you can use a ruler to help with this, or the other thing that you can do actually is, because I haven't put ruler down as something that you'll need, I'm actually going to do it a different way. So let's have a look. You can use anything to measure, really, as long as you make sure that you're using it the same way each time. So I'm going to use the edge of one of my cards to help me make a square. Now, the thing that we know about squares is that each of their sides are exactly the same size. So I'm going to grab my pen. There's my pen. And I'm going to do one of my square's sides. There's one. And then I'm going to use it again on the other side to make sure that each of the sides is the same. And then I'm going to use it again on the other side. Ooh. And then again. Well, actually, I can use the edge of the paper for that bit, so that's fine. So when you're making squares, what we can do is you can use anything really, as long as you use it the same way. So any straight thing can be used to help you make a square, because what you're doing is making sure that each of those sides are the same size. So that's my first square, and I'm going to cut it out using the lines that I've drawn. Can you watch from the other side as I'm cutting? You can see that lovely square shape emerging. Here it comes. Here's my little square. There it is. There's my square. And if I measure my square's sides, hopefully they'll all be the same. So let's have a look. That's about 22 centimetres, not 22 centimetres. There we go. They're nearly the same, so it's not always the most accurate way. Using a ruler will really help. I've kind of almost got a bit of a wonky square there, but that's okay. There's my square, and I'm going to use it as the front of my train. So I'm going to take my square, take my glue, and I'm going to glue all over one side. Glue, 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 glue. Squish, 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 squish. And I'm using yellow for the front of my train. So my yellow square. Give it the front of my train there, actually. There we go. That's going to be the front bit. All stuck down like so. The next thing I want to do is make another little bit for the front of my train, almost like the train's nose. And to do that, I am going to draw a semicircle. So I only want to use a little bit of paper for this. So I'm going to cut out just a little bit of paper, some glue this time. And on the back of that paper, I am going to make a semicircle. I'm going to start from the base of the paper, and I'm going to draw something of a rainbow, actually. I'm going to start at one side. I'm going to go up and over, and it looks just like a rainbow, doesn't it? But actually, it's a semicircle, and semicircle means half circle. If I drew the rest of that circle, then it would be almost an oval, actually. So that's a semicircle, and it means half a circle. And drawing semicircles is a lot like drawing rainbows. Okay, you're going to watch me cut that semicircle shape out. Are you ready? Here we go. Let's cut out that semicircle. I'm going round because a semicircle has one round side and one straight side. There we go. There's my semicircle. Can you see? It has one round side and one straight. So I'm going to take my semicircle. I'm going to pop some more glue on it. So you know what might be easier, Bella? I'm using that board again, aren't I? But I'm going to glue it to the wall. Okay. Do you think that would be better? Are you making a train along with me today, Bella?
No.
Oh. Who else is making their trains right along with me today? It's going to be much easier if you can actually see it the whole time. There we go. Can you see on Instagram, Bells?
Yep.
Perfect. So I've got my square there, and the next thing I want to add is my semicircle. So, now where's my glue? Oh, I could cry. I really could. There it is. Oh, there's so many things back here. It's hard to keep track of where it's all going. So I'm using my fingers to press my semicircle shape onto the glue. That's another way that you can glue something. And then I'm going to stick it down at the front of my train, just like that. Okay, not looking quite like a train just yet, is it? But it will get there. The next thing I want to add to my train is a rectangle. And I've gone into my scraps and I've actually found one just right here. Now, a rectangle is a little bit like a squashed square, except 2 of the sides are long and 2 of them are a bit smaller. And that's what makes a rectangle different from a square, because with a square, all of those sides are the same. So I've got my rectangle and I'm going to pop it on the top of my train, just there, like that. And then I'm going to cut out another semicircle, but this one's going to be teeny weeny. So can you cut a semicircle out with me? Now, if you want, you can have a go at cutting a semicircle out without drawing it, first of all. So I take the flat edge of a piece of paper and then I cut half a circle into it, just like so. And there is my teeny semicircle, and I'm going to pop it right on top of my train's funnily chimney thing. There we go, just like that. Now I'm going to need another slightly larger rectangle, and for this one I'm going to use orange. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a strip of my card just all the way down my paper. If you ever cut a strip, you'll automatically, especially if you're cutting a strip out of a squared piece of paper or a rectangular piece of paper, you will automatically have your own rectangle. Can you see? 2 of the sides are very long and 2 of them are very short. I'm going to cut a little bit off of that strip and I want another rectangle, and I'm going to check that it's a rectangle by checking that 2 of the sides are long and 2 of the sides are short. So we've got 2 sides that are the same and 2 sides that are the same, but 2 are short and 2 are long. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit more glue on my rectangle, and that rectangle is going to be where my train driver is going to sit. There we go. My rectangle's a bit too tall. It's nearly the same size as the funnel. So let's make it shorter. It will still be a rectangle, but it'll be a slightly shorter one. That's better. There we go. Need to stick it up. And then I want 2 little circles. Do I want circles or squares? I think squares for the windows. So this time I'm going to use another piece of paper, and I've found a rectangle shape. I'm going to cut it like that. And then I'm going to try and cut 2 small squares out of that bit of paper. There's 1 and there's 2. I'm trying to make sure that all of the sides are the same, and that makes a square. So those little squares are going to be the windows for my train driver, and I'm going to stick them onto my rectangle shape, just like that. I can hear the postman. We got any letters today, postman? Can you hear anything? No, no letters for us today. Okay, and that one there. Stick that one down, and there you go. Now, what we also need on the front of our train, so that our train can go, are some wheels. So for the wheels, I've got 2 little bits of blue, and I'm going to cut them into little circles. And to do that, I'm going to hold my scissors, and as I press my scissors down, I'm turning my paper around in a circle. And that helps me to get that circle shape. I'll do it again to show you. I take my piece of paper and my scissors, and I turn the paper around in a circle to get my shape. And my scissors don't really move other than opening and closing. And there you go. I have my 2 blue circular wheels. One for there and one for there. 1, 2. So now I need the other parts of my train. I want some more squares, but I think I'm going to make the other squares a little bit smaller. So let me choose a colour. I think for this next one, I am going to go for a blue shape. And once again, I'm going to use something to help me make that square shape. So I want it to be a little bit smaller. So whoever could that be? Bella, could you go out the window and see for me, please?
Yeah.
Maybe we do have some post today. Interesting. So we're cutting along and I'm making a lovely new line. Oh, I wonder what that could be. That's exciting. Lovely. So I want my square to be about that size. Oh, lovely. I'm quite happy, actually. I've accidentally made my very own square. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this square as a template or a stencil for some other squares that I'm going to make. So before I stick it down, I'm going to put it to good use. I'm going to take another colour. Let's go for orange. I'm going to pop my square in the corner, just like that. And I'm going to draw very lightly with a pencil around it. And then I'll know that my squares will be exactly the same size. Oh, are you right, Bella?
Mm-hmm. Just walk
Okay.
stuff.
There's one. And cut that out. Oh, that's exciting. I accidentally made a square shape, Bella.
Oh, that's nice.
I know. Handy that. And then, okay, so that means that I've got one blue square, one orange square, and look, they're the same size.
How many?
And what other type of square could I make? I could do another yellow one. I've got some kind of beigey. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. Okay, so I'm going to use that stencil again. Draw a little line against my square's edge, like that. And then I'm going to cut it. And notice how I've done it in the corner. So I only take up a little bit of the page and then I can use the rest of the page for something else later. Lovely. So there we have my squares and they're going to be the different carriages and compartments of my train. I'm going to put some glue onto those. Can you see it's starting to look a little bit more like a train now? How are all of yours going? Do let me know. I want to know how your trains are all doing. Are they looking like trains yet? So that's going to be one. Let's push it a little bit closer. There's one. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit another one in. Bella, I might need some more paper and then I can make my train even bigger. That's called being resourceful. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get another piece of paper and we'll make our train even longer. Really quick for me, Boo. And if I'm going to make my train longer and have more paper, I'm going to need to cut out some more squares. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you. Thank you, Bella. So I'm actually not even worrying too much about drawing that square shape because I can actually just cut around it. Okay, so I'm going to add some more paper onto my train. And to do this, I'm just going to pop some glue on the edge of this part of my paper. I'm going to put some glue onto the edge of this piece too. And then I'm going to turn it over so that the gluey bits both meet and then stick. There we go. And now I can make a really long train. I can't wait. And you might have to do that too. Because what I'd like to do is use my train to write my name. Now, grown-ups, if you're starting to do some name writing, then what you can actually start to think about is how many letters are in your name. And then we can write them for each of the different compartments of our carriage. Now, let's have a look. So there's another square. And today, Bella, I'm going to write your name.
Oh.
Okay, so I've got this square too. Oh, come on, Mr. Square. Don't be cheeky. There we go. And let's put that one there. A nice orange. And you're the apple. So we need another. And I think we'll go for blue for this one. Let's go for it. There we go. Snip, snip there. Just measuring it out. Lovely. Go all the way up to the top of that strip and then measure out again, just there, give a little mark. Okay, so if you're doing naming along with me today, then you're going to need as many squares. That's okay, I've got people on YouTube. As many squares as there are letters in your name.
So you might need help from your grown-up.
You might need help from your grown-up, yeah. And then, Bella, if you could cut out loads of little circles for me, that would be most helpful because we need two or one for each letter. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to take my felt tip and I'm going to write Bella's name. It's a name train. So her name is Bella. So I'm going to do a big capital, because names always have a capital letter. A big capital B. F. O. O. A.
Do I have a double barrel?
Your second name is a double-barreled name, yeah. Lovely. So we're just getting some wheels ready. I'm going to be making them. Bella's going to be making them, and then
really small wheels.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. They need to be about the same size. So about the same size as the one that's on the front. So then we add our wheels to each of our train's carriages. Now, I'm going to be adding 2 to each carriage, and that's for a really important reason. It's because we want to start learning to count in 2. So if I have any little ones who are wanting to be, going up to year 1, which is a really grown-up year, then counting in 2s really helps. And so grown-ups, not only can trains really, really help us to learn our names, they can also help us to count in different groups. Okay, so we're doing some wheels. Bella, are your wheels about the same size as mine? They're a bit little.
No, those ones in front.
Still a bit little. Look, see? Okay, so we've got some orange wheels. Now, if you're making trains along with me today, then I want to see what they look like and all of your hard work.
Those good?
Yeah, even mine are getting a little bit big now. Thank you, Bella. That's great.
That's all the paper I have.
Do you want some more?
Yeah.
Here's some yellow. There we go. So we're adding our wheels in sets of 2. So 2 wheels for each carriage. Let's go for some green wheels for this one. There we go. And another green wheel for this one. All of those circles. Looking good. How have we got, Bella? Have we got some? Got some circles that Bella's made just here as well. So Bella and I are working as a team today. There's another one. And then we just need 2 more, Boo. Now, our train is a little bit bendy, but that's okay. Now, before I forget, we've actually got to join our train up. Otherwise, it's not going to be able to pull itself along. So we draw little lines to join each compartment. Just like that. There we go. And if you want to add some puffs of smoke for your puffer train, then you can add cotton wool. And if you don't have any cotton wool, then you can add tissue. So we're in that group as well. Bella, this is not circles. This is a balloon shape. I think our train might have a flat tire.
2 flat tires.
That's okay. Thank you for trying. They look a bit like teardrops, don't they? So if you don't have any cotton wool, then don't worry, because you can just use standard toilet paper. We're going to tear the toilet paper and tear it again. Take a little square of toilet paper, scrunch it up, stick some glue on it, and then stick it where that steamy funnel is. And we're going to have 4, because in Puffer Train, the train puffs 4 times, doesn't it? Puff, puff, and another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Puff, 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 puff. There we go. Puff, 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 and puff. There we go. And then we can sing the song. Puffer train, noisy little puffer train, noisy little puffer train. If you're going to the sea, puffer train, oh please take me. Puff, 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 noisy little puffer train. Well done, everybody, and don't forget, I want to see those trains. Now, you might not want to write your name on your train. Instead, you might want to write the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can use your train for numbers, for names, or for counting. Now, we can count our wheels in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or we can count our wheels in 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are always 12 wheels, but we can count them more quickly by counting in 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And that is how we start to learn our 2 times table. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll just say a few quick hellos. Hello to Verity. I think I might have missed you earlier. And a big hello to my Abby. Do I have any hellos to say from Instagram? I don't think I do today, Bella, do I? No, that's fine. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you all again tomorrow at 9:30 when we will start our brand new sounds set. If you'd like to use the pack for tomorrow, I'm going to put it on sale for you. So usually it's $1.99, but I'm going to make sure it's 99p for you. Also, I will be live this evening at 8 o'clock with my husband, Stephen. We'll be answering questions about different challenges we face as parents and how we deal with them together. We're talking about managing and helping your children to manage behaviour through transitional times and times of great change. And we'll also be doing a casual Q&A too, so you can ask us any questions and we'll try and make sure to answer them. So I cannot wait to see you. Grown-ups, I'll see you later on tonight, and little ones, I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. Have a lovely Tuesday. Mwah.
Oh.